Bill banning traffic cameras has perhaps its best shot in years at becoming a law. WHO 13's Justin Surensey examines the money these cameras bring in, the accidents they prevent, and why some lawmakers say they need to go.
For some, it's picture perfect.
Complaints of traffic, speeding, reckless driving, things like that is our #1 complaint that comes into this building. Now we have a tool.
For others, it's a menace.
Yes, I've been fighting against these for many, many years.
And that law of averages.
Des Moines Police Department Chief Dana Wingert says no love has been lost in the years-long battle over automated traffic enforcement cameras, or ATEs, in Des Moines.
Since the inception of the ATEs, I mean, the whole thought behind it, it wasn't without its share of controversy.
A constant opponent has been Republican State Senator Brad Zahn, who has proposed a bill that would ban all ATEs in Iowa.
And we've never had a problem passing this out of the Senate, but with the changes in the House, I think that there's certainly a lot of optimism on my part.
Since 2011, the Des Moines Police Department has used it to curb high speeds, and there are 7 operating in Des Moines by DMPD.
We took the intersections that were high crash volume, first of all, and then looked at the nature of the crashes, which we classify as right angle crashes, commonly known as T-bone crashes, which are the most dangerous.
The locations for red light cameras can be found at East 15th and Maple, 19th and University, MLK and School, Southeast 5th and Army Post, 9th and Grand, which also does speed violations on green lights, 1400 block of Grand Avenue, and there's a speed camera near the 4700 block of I-235 eastbound.
The data shows that crashes at these particular intersections are down, which is exactly what we were hoping for.
Data from the Des Moines Police Department shows in the 6.5 years after the red light cameras were installed in 2011 at East 15th and Maple, the annual average of crashes went down 55%. They saw crashes decrease by 30% in the 6.5 years after installation at MLK and School. And the eastbound camera on I-235 saw a 61% decrease in crashes.
I know we're making our city safer. There are people that weren't hurt or worse because of this, so that data trends down.
The Des Moines Police Department also deploys 3 mobile traffic cameras throughout the city that move each and every day. This one at 29th and Grand may seem secretive to unaware drivers, but its location is no coincidence.
Those are complaint driven. Those are citizens that call us with a significant traffic problem, significant enough where they have the need to call us for enforcement. Think of it as somebody in our community saw something egregious enough that it concerned them enough to call the police department.
Des Moines isn't alone. The city of Windsor Heights, along with the city public safety director, Police Chief Chad McCluskey, contracted services for a speed camera on University Avenue for 4 years.
We have statistics that showed that it definitely helped decrease speeds along University.
2 cameras watched drivers along University Avenue in the city until streetscaping was complete in 2021 to calm traffic organically.
A lot of people have an opinion that those are revenue devices and that's all they're good for, and that's simply not the case. They did reduce speeds, they reduced accidents, they reduced severity of accidents because of reduced speeds.
But skeptics say follow the money for the real reason behind the camera's watchful eye.
That this is really more about revenue than it is about traffic safety.
Senator Zahn says this could be the year he finally pulls the plug on traffic cameras.
The governor has said that she'll sign it, so I'm tenacious. And I don't give up easy.
Chief Wingert doesn't dispute the revenue.
So there is a revenue component to this. We're not going to hide from that. That's not a secret.
After paying annual 12-month fees to camera manufacturer Gatso, headquartered in Massachusetts, the city of Des Moines still gained a net revenue of $3.1 million in 2019 and another $2.8 million in 2021.
What's really frustrating is you're a wealthy person. You can get as many of those tickets as you want. You just write a check. Doesn't have any implications on your DOT driving record, doesn't have any implications on your insurance, and I just think it's unfair.
While the revenue goes to the city's public safety fund, it's not all directly for the police department.
A new intersection, speed humps, taking 4 lanes to 3 lanes with turning lanes, all those different type of traffic calming measures.
To get a speeding ticket, you have to be going at least 11 miles over the speed limit, or 11 miles an hour through a red light. Wingert says in the long run, the $65 ticket from an ATE is far cheaper than one from a uniformed officer.
An ATE ticket is a civil infraction. It doesn't include things like court costs and surcharges.
The stories from constituents are piling up for Senator Zahn.
Had their car repaired, the repairman took it out for a test drive, they get a ticket and appealed it and lost.
The cameras don't play favorites. In fact, that's part of the issue for critics because the ticket never goes to the driver, just the owner of the vehicle.
I hear from literally thousands of Iowans, on a yearly basis that are just giving me their horror stories in regards to, how they think they've been taken advantage of by these cameras.
Chief Wingert says the cameras aren't just for speeders. They help solve crime when time may be of the essence.
If there's an Amber Alert, somewhere in the state of Iowa, we can work with our vendor and pull up our cameras. We can see if the vehicle in question maybe traversed through Des Moines, through one of our intersections. We can look at the plates if we're looking for, a homicide suspect or a robbery suspect. We can put timelines together based on the information we collect from these ATEs.
In the summer of 2020, downtown streets were filled with people marching against police brutality across the country, crying for less police interaction. Police say an eye in the sky helps answer the call from those groups on a small scale.
Does it always have to be boots on the ground? And in some cases, does it always have to be a uniformed police officer?
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, the impact of ATEs and the photographic evidence they send may continue to get 1,000 reactions.
If you don't like them, you don't like them. But is that a true reason, rooted in facts and evidence, that we should ban ATEs?
And this isn't something that I'm being disrespectful to our good people that are law enforcement, because we have incredible people, but it's just about fairness to me.
That was our Justin Surrency reporting. Gatso, that company that operates the camera systems, collects $25 for each speeding ticket, $27 for red light tickets, and those added up to $3.2 million in 2020 and 2021 combined.